So most men think lust is an uncontrollable force. But what if I told you it's actually a gateway to something deeper? If you could transform lust into love, that's real heart-centered love. You wouldn't just escape compulsive desires. You create the intimate connections you've always wanted with your family, your wife, your kids, employees, nature, community. You can transform this energy into true love. And today in this video, I'm going to show you how to move the energy up into your heart so you can take the lust, throw it away, and give love out. So number one, you want to recognize the energy behind this lust. So lust is energy. We all have energy centers in our body. And most of us men, we get stuck below. So we have energy in our stomach. We have energy in our genitals. We have energy in our bladder area. And if we have too much stagnant energy and it doesn't move up, then that's where we start acting out and we start talking to other women. We start being insecure, low self-esteem. It's your body craving something, it thinks it will fulfill you. But here's the trap: lust, it's all surface level. It pulls you into fantasy, keeping you disconnected from your past. If you chase it, you'll always feel empty. So the key is you want to pause and feel where it's coming from. You want to feel that. Are you so built up down here? You want to learn how to move that up. Is it a need for connection? Is it a need for power? Is it a need for greed, for more money? Is it a need for, is it an insecure feeling, a low self-esteem feeling, a need for validation, or a deep craving for love? So this is where you want to, you have to listen to your body and make sure to listen to what it needs. And number two, you want to go from your ego to your heart. We all have egos. We want to create a business. We want to be an influence on people. We want to do things that most people don't even dream of. But a lot of men, it gets to their heads. The egos it gets to their head and they start wanting more, and they start getting cocky. And this is where the ego, you have to be very, very careful. So when you're stuck in lust, you're operating from a lower mind. When I say lower mind, below your stomach area, there's two different energy centers in your genitals and your bladder. And that's where most of our energy gets stuck. Once we start doing the work, then you can feel it come up. And it's the part of you below here that seeks pleasure to avoid discomfort. But love isn't found down here. That's the lust part of you, down here. It's felt in your heart, and you can feel this energy. Once you start doing the work, you can start feeling vibrations in your heart, and you start getting this like crazy love feeling. You start connecting with people you've never been able to. You start connecting with real feminine women, and you start feeling this intense connection with people. It's really cool, but you have to start doing the work. And it's really awesome. I've discovered this in the past year and a half, and it's the most incredible feeling in the world. You want to close your eyes deep, and you want to think deep. You want to visualize the person that you really desire, but instead of seeing them as an object of pleasure, you want to see them as a soul. Again, this takes practice, because you might have been addicted to porn for however long, and what keeps coming up in your mind or the images of the pictures that you kept looking at, the videos and the women in the bikinis. It takes work. It takes work to get that crap out of your mind. Then you can start visualizing what you really want, and you can visualize it in great detail. The personality of the woman. What does she look like? How does she act? What does she do for you? What do you do for her? What do you admire about them? What energy do they bring into your life? Now imagine sending love from your heart to theirs. This is a very awesome skill. It takes practice. It takes legit practice. You can feel, when you get good with this, you can feel like invisible energy flow from your heart to the other person, and it's the most amazing feeling ever. It's not, and you'll ask yourself, wow, like what is that feeling? I've never felt like that before. And you start getting these bodily sensations, but you have to do the work. And this is it. Like this is it. Like this is your getting to your higher self. But it takes work. Just remember that it takes work. Number 3, you can transmute lust through presence. So love is its presence. When you're fully in the moment, lust dissolves into connection. So next time you feel desire, don't suppress this desire, redirect it. So you want to move the energy upward. You want to move it up. There's breathing techniques that I help clients with. You can move the energy up to your heart, and then eventually it goes up to your head, to your forehead, to your top of your head, and that's where you really start understanding why you're here on this earth. Like you start to realize the person who you really want to become. And instead of acting on impulse, you want to channel it into movement. You want to breathe it up through your spine, express it through your voice. You want to use it as creative fuel. This is all creativity. You want to use it as your creative expressions. You want to dance, you want to paint, you want to go do some salsa dancing. Go do it. That's what you need to do. But again, it takes more than just movement. It takes deep introspection on who you are as a person. It's very important. And there's a step-by-step process I help people get to that point. The more you master this, the more powerful and loving you become. You will feel it. I can guarantee you that if you just work with it. Number 4, love, it all starts with you. So if you want to turn lust into love, you want to start with yourself. How deeply do you love yourself? Do you really love yourself? Or you just say you love yourself, but deep down, you know, I don't really love myself. Because what our minds do, what it does is it lies to us and it can deceive us. We can lie to ourselves. Our mind tells us one thing, but we know in reality that's not who we are. We want to be loved. We want to give love. We want to receive and give, but we don't have the voice yet when you're addicted. When you're addicted to lust and you're addicted to porn, that voice is so hidden within you that you have to learn how to bring it out. And your mind can tell you, oh, we don't love ourselves. Look at all this stuff that we did in the past. Look at all that crazy stuff. We acted out with escorts, went to massage parlors, we looked at porn. You know, we're just a shitty person. That's such bullshit that you have to learn how to kind of knock him away and bring back your true self. So again, how deeply do you love yourself? How often do you nourish your heart? Because the more you cultivate your self-love, the less you need to chase external validation. And from that place, the way you love others will transform. Things will just start coming into your life. It takes work. It takes work. It takes work. And I'm like here to help you people, men, like on giving and receiving that love. When you learn to transmute this lust, you unlock something most men never do. Most men don't do this. Like they do not, or not able to do this. Trust me, I know a lot of men in my life. I've lost a lot of people in my life. And I've tried to make them understand, but you can't because they don't understand. They're not operating from their heart and their higher self. But you'll understand it when when I help you with it. You'll really start to see it, and you'll start to change. It's such a cool thing. It's such an awesome lifelong skill that you can actually learn, and it's the power of true love. And it's not just for others, but it's for yourself. When you start loving yourself, you start becoming magnetic. You start becoming another person that you never even thought of. So this is the video today. I wanted to give you just a quick rundown of how you can turn lust into love, move the energy up. I go into more detail of how to move that energy up and give it out. So I want you to drop a heart in the comment if you're ready to take away the lustful feeling towards porn, to random women, to massage parlors, and I want you to drop a heart if you're ready to experience real love.